1, 2. Crazy, man. Time flies. It really fucking does. You separate. All right. Looks like everything's in order. Good evening, team. Whoever's watching or watching secondhand, I'm Trevor from Heroes Martial Arts. Like and subscribe to Heroes Martial Arts if you're watching on Zoom. Right, you can still do the same thing. I basically do the same thing at the beginning of every class. I know I basically have the same. I say the same thing in the beginning of every class. I'm just going to get a warm up going. Probably going to get some more quarantine mind solo drills going with my dummy. Everybody at some point is going to be forced to get a dummy and be hearing all kinds of crazy situations about how we're going to, the means of how we're going to have to reopen. And, well, get used to using a dummy. Let's just say that. So I'm just going to go hands on the wall. We're going to do 10 side kicks and forward kicks. I don't start training ever, not warming my body up. It's not these days. Even if you're just doing stuff at home. Do what you can to kick as far as you can side to side on that, not just backwards helps a lot too. Sometimes I decide to switch. If you feel like while you're at it, last class I showed you Shimada motions from here. Maybe I'll do that while I can here. Practice my good side here. So my hand on the wall. Step. Back leg comes in. Head goes down. Leg goes up. Hand on the wall. Step. Leg up. Hand on the wall. Step. Leg up. Hand on the wall. Step. Leg up. Let's see if I can do this on the other side. Not so good on the other side. 2. Oh, that's not so bad. 2. All right. Big cuts. Alternating those arms to the right. Try to touch those shoulder blades. As I say, if you're lonely, give yourself a big hug. Don't rock ourselves back on our heels, up on our toes. Just a little balance drill. Do a torsional twist. You can have your hands on your hips if you want. I'm trying not to let my arms free flow side to side on this, but keeping my feet planted. Some people like to turn your heel out if they're doing boxing, but better keep your feet stable. Big circles out the head and neck. Ooh, sound like broken glass, not good. All right, I'm just gonna set the timer for some basic exercises here. You can follow along if you want. Mostly just, I need to get my workout in too. Head around the shoulders and the hips going about as low as my knees. I like to look up above the vision of my equator here. Move up to the side and tell me how good I'm doing with this. Turn posture, not relying on my back. Weight back on my heels. Finding a stable point on the mat helps. Let's go in for 1 minute, stop 30 seconds left on this. Always on a big deep breath version. In through my nose, exhale through my mouth. Big breath in, exhale out. Big breath in, exhale out. And that last hip thrust helps out a lot too. Flex those glutes. Five more seconds. Just gonna do compound motion of going down for my push-up, up for my parachuter. Kind of like to kill 2 birds with 1 stone on that. Let's see what's going on here. Screen changed. All right. Down for my push-up, up for my parachuter. Down for the push-up, up for my parachuter. Screen changed in front of me, so it's kind of hard to see if I'm in the shot or not. Bar screen. These are my problems, not your problem. Once again, you should be thinking about breathing in through your nose, exhaling through your mouth, blocking your breath through your movement. Same old good stuff over and over. Usually like to focus on time as opposed to repetition. And I just hate counting. All right, flipping over to the backside. We do that in the middle, deep breath version. Big breath in through our nose, kind of wake up stretch. Exhale through our mouth, never hold our breath. Flex the core. Big breath in, flex that core, exhale out, never hold our breath. It's just really hot right now, so I'll put my gi on when it's necessary. Definitely getting to no-gi season. And everybody said it's just, everybody just wants to train season. Crazy world we're living in now, no world championships, no Stanley Cup, no NBA finals, yada yada. Dana White fought an island. Crazy times, people. Do what we can to stay sane, exercise, get whatever endorphins we can going, focus on the breath, focus on your movement, focus on whatever good feelings that we can get in a short span of time here. Awesome. Just gonna do a basic series of stretches before I move on to the next thing. Just good old basic stretches on this. So I'm gonna stretch my arms up in the air, thrust my hips forward, big breath in, exhale out, touching my toes. A couple of breaths here, do what you need to do. Big breath in, exhale out. As I walk out, I'm just gonna move my legs back, so I'll get out of shot. Pressing the tops of our feet down to the ground, head angles low. It shouldn't feel like much of a strain. I used to do this stretch wrong. It was among other things. Big breath in. Exhale out. Press our hips down. Couple deep breaths. I like to kind of look side to side and figure out how sore I am. Big breath in again. Exhale outward. Cat pose. All right, let's get some jiu-jitsu motions going. So, I'm gonna be on my back, just gonna start with some streamers, right? I like to start with circles inside. Remember, this rotation comes from your hips, not necessarily your knees. You can kind of switch, have me too. Be very surprised if anybody's really following along at the moment that I'm doing anything. Switch to the other side. If you are, all the power to you. If you're watching secondhand following the workout, also all the power to you. Switching. Switch again. Switching. Switching. All right. Let's get some Upa motions going here, okay? So I'm gonna make this 3 motions, not just 2, right? So usually we'll go here and then here. This is all done good, right? But sometimes we have to lift our hips straight up in the neck, okay? So whatever order you want to do it with, you can start left, center, right, right, center, left, center, right, left, whatever you want to do on it, okay? Whatever combination that you're thinking. You should be thinking about all those combinations because sometimes you might need to get their weight on your hands, right, as they reposition their center of gravity. You have to be able to go side to side, not just one direction, okay? So I'm going to start with hips up, big breath in, exhale out. I'm going to relax. Big breath in, exhale out. Right? And that's how we're going to do that loop every time. We shouldn't be trying to throw too much into it and gassing yourself out. Make sure you breathe. And every time I feel people really straining and getting it out of the mouth, they're definitely not breathing. It's kind of fun, but it ends up happening. It's just we forget what we should be doing is always breathing and once again locking our breath to our movement. Okay, so I'm gonna go big breath in, exhale out, reach over, big breath in, exhale out, reach over my shoulder, big breath in, hips up. And once again, you can do whatever order you feel like. I'm just gonna go as needed so I kind of get bored. And it's happening. All right, let's do some pendulum motions. I'm such a big fan of pendulums, and you honestly have to keep working on your tools all the time. I've been reading online a lot about how everybody, hates this new idea of the way you have to be having distance and doing more solo drills, and obviously a lot of us are going stir crazy, not being able to train with each other. But you got to make sure you work on your own situation. And even then, before that, like I have so much time on my hands, and everybody's got jobs, everybody's got things to do, and training on your own is very important because I say this all the time, and where probably sometimes may end up going along teaching, like this motion is going to be hard enough by yourself. I see people mess solo motions up by themselves all the time. And if you can't do that solo motion right by yourself, imagine how hard that's going to be when you need to use that against an opponent. Okay, just always remember that. For all these people chirping about how they'd rather eat their gi than do solo drills or whatever, like you better get used to the world, right? Do you really love Jiu Jitsu, or you just really love like sparring? Right? So straight leg, right? And I'm going to bring myself to the side here. We're going to do the harder one first. Okay. So I'm going to slash out at a 45-degree angle. Depending on how good my day is, and just definitely because I have my no rash guard on here, it's going to be very easy for me to move. Sometimes there's just more friction on the mat with the gi here, so I might need 2 turns on this. So straightening my leg because I don't want to rob myself with power. Because the way I used to kick, I used to just be here, and we should just flail out like that, right? That's not enough power. Straighten your leg, slash out at a 45-degree angle, and move your body. Look at that. I did a full 180 turn on that. Mostly because I have my no-gi rash guard on, but it has a lot to do with I'm not robbing myself of any power. Let's see here. Boom. And we end up right back where we were here. I'm gonna go left leg. One side always seems to be kind of better than the other. Oh, they're about the same. Big kick. And, yep, as you see, one side is better than the other. So, Gumby would say, about 4 or 5 motions on a bad day is okay, right? On a good day, 2, 3. Okay. Obviously, my right leg tends to be stronger. This might be the case with a lot of people, right? Being right-handed, right-legged. That's why this pendulum tends to be, I feel like, really strong. Nope, maybe not so strong. I'm gonna go another circle left. Yeah, see, there's my quarter turns, right? And it's probably because I'm not widening my leg. There it is. Wide leg. No rubber silky power. Wide leg. All right, let's do some different versions of that. Nice and sideways. Straight leg, same old thing, but I'm just on my side. Not robbing myself of any power. If anything, I'm winding up past that point to know that I'm not robbing myself of any power whatsoever. Straight leg, big windmill. Some of the break dancers in the world definitely know where this is coming from, how to create momentum. I'm just gonna go side to side as I need to. Rob yourself of any power. I know we're all going crazy, team. We want to be able to train. Bear with us. All right, I yet have one more pendulum motion that we can work on. Okay, so it's going to be basically like a pendulum sit-up. So I'll be on the side. I might be imagining that I'm kind of maybe in like reverse de la diva or half guard or a lot of different positions, right? I might drag my opponent, whatever the situation might be. Okay, so it's very, very hard for me to just get up on my elbow and try to get up. I think that's efficient. Okay, so I'm going to swing my leg up, and with the momentum of my leg kicking down, I'm going to keep my core engaged and sit up on this. Because if I did it, that's what's going to happen here. Okay, so I wind my leg up, keep my core engaged, and I sit up on this. Do it on the other side. Core engaged, leg up, sit on that. Should feel pretty easy. I'm just going to side to side on this, or just do the same stuff, depending on what you want to do. Be careful, depending on how flexible you are. You might kick yourself in the head. The other side, same old thing. Pendulum, pendulum, pendulum center, pendulum center, pendulum center, All right, I'm just gonna gloss over my notes really quick, just making sure I'm not forgetting anything I want to throw in the warm-ups. There we go. All right, here's another one. This is one I probably haven't shown. Kind of a risky concept and way to escape back situation, but I've tried to show people about this a lot. And I've been in some pretty tight bow and arrow chokes, and I've been able to get out of a lot of them just based on kind of knowing which way to go. So I'm going to talk about a couple of things here, okay? So I'm turning away from my opponent. If I'm blocking myself by trying to get up to my elbow, up to my knee here, you're going to give up a lot of space in daylight here. And before you know it, those legs are shooting in, that arm is shooting to the neck, right? And you're getting your back to it. It's going to happen a lot if you just give up this space, right? But it's an instinct until you change it. Okay, so the thing I'm going to do, the opposite of what I'm going to do, I'm imagining that I'm on the good side where I'm blocking my opponent's choke. Actually, no, I'm actually on the, or bad side for me, right? Good side for my opponent, right? They're going to be trying to choke me. So I'm always going to be trying to address that with my hand near my neck, one or the other, right? Because I want to be small, or actually it's going to be this one. Sorry about that. This is kind of a goofy thing to be doing. It's kind of hard to explain. First time I've had to really explain it kind of like in this context here, okay? So always have some sort of hand on my neck. In this case, it's my left one because I'm going to disappear on this side here, okay? I don't want to block myself here. I want to disappear, okay? So I'm going to keep my arm tight because that's going to be pulling the grip down to defend the choke. And I know this is a really difficult thing to kind of visualize. At some point when I have Chuck, and at some point when I switch theories and concepts and that sort of thing, I can show like kind of my favorite ways to escape the back and maybe get you out, bail you out of a different position. But once again, we're not going to be getting up on this. I'm not going to be, or getting up to this position. I like to call this, I like to say disappear on this, okay? So it's faster for me to do a one full turn if I do this situation here, okay? But if I go here and I think I'm going to be able to roll, this really isn't going to happen because you're going to get control, right? And you kind of made a mistake on it, okay? So I'm here, right? And I'm thinking about disappearing on this, okay? So arm on my head, right? Kind of like a sleepy time defense. I'm going to go with my armpit and my hip on the ground at the same time. And I've done a full turn. In theory, because I was on the bad side, my opponent choking me, right? They're choking onto the sky. This is good for them. When I do my full 180 turn and end up on the side that I would prefer to be on, right? That's the escape side. Like I said, it's hard to visualize this. I'll show it more when I have a dummy, but just try to kind of manage this motion a little bit. Here on this side, I'm thinking, trying to control the grip, right? I might have been thinking like, okay, gotta figure out how to escape the collar choke or whatever it is, right? Gonna go here. I want to block my neck. I want to block my space. Gonna go hip down, and now I'm on the other side. I want to go the other way. Things a little bit different. Switch my arms, disappear. Switch my arms, disappear. Switch my arms, and disappear. Right. Go a little bit slower. This one here, disappearing. I know it seems a little bit risky, right? If somebody is timing you for a belly down position, things might get a little bit hairy there, but even then, I'm still going to be grinding my hip and trying to do a full turn, right? But the thing that you never want to do with this, okay, you never want to stop here for obvious reasons. This is the worst position in jiu-jitsu, okay? You do not want to be here, okay? That's why I'm going to be going all the way through, trying to go faster than my opponent. A lot of time I'm pushing the hook off, so I'm imagining that one hip is in and one hip is out, okay? A lot of it is a battle of the hips, battle of the corners, right? So depending on the situation, disappear, and we're there. Okay, that's with both arms, right? This is another way you can practice it too. You know, I kind of don't advocate practicing with both arms, but it is a way you can practice this motion as opposed to getting up here, right? See, I'm getting up to my elbows and my knees. I don't want that. I want to go to my armpit and my hip and disappear as fast as I can, right? So this is kind of like the exaggerated way. Elbows, knees, disappear. Elbows, knees, disappear. Elbows, knees, disappear. Elbows, knees, disappear. Right, of course, I'm going to be trying to figure out how to get up on top at any point of that point, right? So, depending on what side I'm on, thinking about getting up. All right, team. Just looking at what I got going on here. Grab my belt, back just gonna do a couple of things that I have shown before, but still really important. And obviously, just always remembering your repertoire of solo things that you can do, right? You start with shin hooks, right? This is something that we can do. This is a good position, right? Thinking feet on the hip bones. This is a good position that we can control. So I'm gonna go foot inside now. I'm thinking that that's the crook of the elbow, right? There's lots of different things we can do from here, but because I want to practice both sides, both feet are gonna go inside here. Just always remember, push and pull. Pulling with my arms, pushing with my legs. There's obviously some different things going on here, but I'm still pulling this tight. Okay, stretch one, pull. Stretch one, pull. And for now, I'm looking to the side that I want to stretch my leg. Boom. 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 Let's get a little bit more complicated with this. So I'm going to go press one foot down, other leg up. I'm imagining that I'm tilting my opponent here. So now I'm stretching my left leg up and looking the same way that I was here, but now I'm here. Stretch, right? Sometimes I go here. All depends on what you want to do. So mixing and matching. This is a really good control. You need to miss control a lot more recently. So to be able to practice lasso, I'm going to stretch, one, push and pull, right? Outside belt loop comes in, and I switch my leg inside here, circular motion. So remember, pull to the inside here, where your leg goes outside, and my leg comes in here. Okay. Sometimes people will do this the reverse, like this. Not that it's wrong necessarily, it's just you kind of have to know what you're going to do with that. So we're up here, push, pull, outside, inside. Push, pull, outside, inside. Push, pull, outside. Push, pull, outside, inside. All right, one more thing that we could practice from here is kind of like that send off of the leg here. Okay, so I'm going to start here. I'm going to use this floating shin hook here because this concept of flicking this off and having that friction, right, is very, very important. Because in my last class yesterday, it was like I haven't really shown any sweeps quite yet, but this concept is going to be very, very important. And I was kind of talking about it to be able to get back to your closed guard. Okay, so I was stretching one way. See, I'm going to bend my leg. I bent my leg, and now I'm going to think about going for a sweep on. So I stretch my leg up. This is passing down. And imagine that these are both of my opponent's arms. Got one arm tight to my body, and all I have to do is kind of like that same motion I was just practicing. My leg passes under, and I end up on top. If you want to practice both sides, all power to you. I'm here, right? Leg passes down, end up on top. Practice with still with the foot on the belt, or you can use your floating hook, or you might even be able to practice this from lasso. Same old thing, on lasso, sweep, right? Tend to be a lot better on one side, but you can practice the right lasso too. Out, hold, sweep. Here you can use your daily heat, or not your daily heat, your lasso. You can be inside here, you can be inside here, whatever you want to do, but my intention is to sweep this direction. All right, I'm just gonna get a quick sip of water for my knee on for everybody. All right, team, look who's back. It's the dummy. All right, just gonna show a couple things, a couple extra things that we can do with the dummy. You might be making some connections from some other classes, right? And I'm pretty sure I didn't talk about passing too much. I might have shown some little things here and there. I didn't explain too much. But I'm going to be able to practice the Galbao pass, or from Kevin Kopecki, who obviously used to be with Atos and learn from Galbao and all that stuff. I can practice a head switch pass. There's probably a couple other passes, a knee cut pass there. Okay, let me just check my notes, make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Looks about right. So let's talk about the Galvao pass first. So with the Galvao pass, you're going to be going one leg forward, one leg back. All depends on how ambidextrous you are. If you want to practice both sides, all the power to you. This might be the time to be doing it. For right now, I'm just going to go to my good side. So I'm going to go one leg forward, one leg back. I'm going to try to keep myself low. A good old horse stance, a good old A-frame position, right? And I'm going to be imagining that I'm putting my heel of my palm on the hip bone, right? But I'm just going to be putting it near where the dummy's hip, in theory, hip bone will be. And I'm also putting this hand on the leg, but I would be trying to imagine that it's kind of going over somewhere at the top of this part of the knee here. Okay? So it's hard to go through too many details when the joints aren't there. But anyway, it's just kind of about what am I going to do? So I'm basically going to plank out, right? And the parameters are a little bit different, but you're going to move yourself. So there's going to be like a footwork drill going on with this, right? So wherever my left foot is, that's where my other foot is going to go. So let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to go low. I'm have myself protected here. I'm not going to stay here long. Obviously, anytime you put your hands on something, put your hands near anything, somebody can counter you, right? The faster you are with this, the better. So we're practicing some footwork on this. So I'm going to plank out, and I'm going to move myself to the side here. Okay. Have a couple of stages here. Put yourself low. 1, 2, hip out, and I basically move at the exact same time. Kind of goofy doing this with humans, a little bit different. So as soon as you put your weight over your hands, you should be moving your feet. And obviously you can practice extras, knee on belly arm bar, all that good stuff. Always try to make sure our knees are pinched. You always be thinking about passing and submitting. People will tend to defend the most when they think that the stage is, I'm trying to stop the guy from passing my guard. But usually in the stages of you extending yourself, trying to get yourself to a better position, you end up getting yourself on an arm bar, showing the back. It's pretty much impossible to stay 100% safe in jiu-jitsu. So I'm just going to do a couple of reps of the Galvao pass. I'm going to go low. I don't know what kind of dummy you have. Everybody kind of has a different style of dummy. I've seen a lot of these combat sport or sport combat international dummies around. There's a lot of different styles of dummies, ones that bend and have joints. Anyway, just going to start moving on this. How you move yourself. I say all the time. Is your opponent keeping you there, or are you keeping you there? You know how to move. You know how to move side to side. Move side to side. Shift low. You know you might use everything. There we go. 2 feet. All right. Let's talk about a different way to do the knee cut. So these same positions work pretty well for the knee cut, right? If I'm high up here, but I kind of want to get closer, and we'll see how much time I'm going to be able to develop getting to the half guard position, because I kind of want to talk about what we can do kind of half guard wise with the dummy as well. But anyway, let's talk about getting deeper on the dummy on this. Okay? So I'm going to keep my knee out, okay, because that's a battle in itself. So you put your knee down on the ground. Your first goal, if you're caught in half, is to try to get it stepped up, or kicking it backwards, depending on how you like to pass, right? So initially, I'm going to be here, right? I got one arm around the opponent's ear or their neck on the near side. I mean, some people like to control the underhook on this side, but for right now, this is what we're playing. You know, I'm imagining keeping this knee tight, right? This is very, very important. If there's any space here, your opponent's going to be able to escape, and this is a huge battle that people neglect here. But I'm going to show you how to manage the space a little bit more here in a second. Okay. I'm also imagining that I have an underhook on this side. Underhook on this side because he has this leg trapped. So I'm going to go like so. And it's hard for me to grab any grip right now. A lot of times I'm staying floaty because the more you stay tight on guys, that's when you get swept, or that's when you're wasting some sort of energy unless you have like the gnarliest cross face on the planet. Okay. So watch how I'm going to switch my head on this. So my knee should be out all the while. I should be trying to stay tight. I'm going to transfer weight to my hands. Okay. Weight goes to my hands, and I'm going to move my shoulder to the opposite side here. Okay. And obviously, I have the arm already kind of trapped in the armpit. I would be thinking about that. Definitely be thinking about my base. I'm going to pop up to my toes, which will put some shoulder pressure on the opponent's neck. And ideally, I'd be shoulder pressuring their jaw on this. So from this point, I'm sliding my knee down and bringing my leg through. Depending on what you want to do, you can practice some arm bar from there, right? Or you can re-solidify your side control. Put your phone between your arms. Lots of things that we can do. I might show some extra connections on it. So I'm just going to probably show a different angle on this. keeping my knee tight, very important. If I can put my foot on my opponent's hip bone, this is great because I'm occupying that space that I was talking about before my other class, this space between the hip and the shoulder, hip and the armpit, more so that's the space I'm always trying to conquer. That's the space they should always be trying to get back. Over a little bit. My leg strap or my knee should already be trying to get out. Right? The weight's going to go to my hands a little bit. And I'll usually move my shoulder first, right? Makes no sense to kind of pop up everything at one time. Shoulder, switching. Imagine I have good balance, got that arm popping up to my toes, putting weight over your shoulder. You should feel a lot of weight pushing over your shoulder. Knee down. Sometimes I might have to stay here for a second too, right? See, I'm on my knee. Because if you get too antsy with this pass, you put your knee out of the way, there's space here. So the guy might be able to recover here. So be patient with this. I like to keep my knee tight. Those are in between positions. I know it's really hard to be thinking about what would really be happening when we'd be with a human as opposed to with a dummy right now. But I'm gonna move through. There's another sequence that I could do. Higher side control, walk with the hip. Now I'm set up for the mount. All right. Next thing, thinking about how am I going to go for the arm? So I already have the arm. Slide, balance, leg over. Yeah, don't get too antsy. Let me see the time is right. Finish near side arm. High side control. Over, pull, and finish. Nice. I could probably milk that for a little bit longer, but I'm going to move on to the next thing on this. So it's going to be some head switch passes. So I feel like in the first couple of weeks, I showed this sort of thing. This is at the very end of, well, it's a reactionary thing. You know, sometimes you can use that as your initial pass, but I'm going to be thinking about maybe I was passing low, maybe I was using Gumby's favorite pass, the hook killing pass. When I'm going to be looking right and passing left. But when they recover, okay, my job is to switch my head and move up to the other side. So you have a stationary dummy, you can let them keep their hips down. If you have a partner, you can do the same old thing. There's crazier things you can do. I might show a couple extra things that you can do so if you're feeling froggy with this. Okay. And I was showing this recently before the quarantining. Everybody thought it was really cool. And Gumby would say it's like one of the rare acrobatic things that he would do. It was from more like the double understack backs, throwing the shoulder down. It's the same concept going on here. Okay. So I'm going to start with my head on the opposite side, right? I wanted to pass here, right? But that's not working out. So I'm going to put my head here. And imagine I'm putting my collarbone, my shoulder down near my opponent's hip. Okay. Down near my opponent's hip. And use my leg to support. My head is not going to the ground. And I'm going to hop over. Okay. And you can get more vertical with this, depending on how good you are with this. Right now, I'm kind of cheating with my hand on the mat, right? But you should be able to do this, right? And pop to the other side. I challenge you to post. Right now, I'm super cheating with my hands. Sometimes you end up having to go all the way over and pass the place. All right, I'm just going to move side to side on this. No problem. Yes, connection. Sorry if there's connection issues, team. I've been seeing things cut in and out. If you missed some stuff, hopefully the YouTube feed has still been going. Not quite sure what the situation is. Anyway, the correction system's giving me a little what is it? Thumbs up. Yeah, thumbs up and what is it? Some warning. So shoulder down, hop over, shoulder down, hop over, shoulder down, hop over, down, down. Nice. Okay. So I'm going to do the front foot version a little bit more. So right now I might be thinking I'm passing a butterfly guard, or who knows, maybe I had to overshoot that readjustment for the pass there. Who knows? Okay. But this is what we're going to do. Basically, I'm going to be practicing my core rolls, but with that shoulder concept here. Okay. So I'm just going to put one knee in the middle or not. Okay. In theory, I'd be both in, but just for convenience sake, one leg in is going to be a little bit easier to move. Okay. So this side, shoulder over, and now I'm up. The other way, shoulder over. Obviously, it's a lot more fun when people really react and create a scramble. You may or may not end up on top. You might have created a crazy scramble. Who knows? You might have got something that you need to cut out. Here, shoulder down. I just went off to the side. You can do whichever. This side. Right now, a lot of times, yeah, he's reaching for this, depending on where they'll reach. Depending on south. Here, shoulder down. Keep a bearing on the legs, right? Get my arm. Get to that north south position. Here, make it over. Lost my position. That's why we practice. Almost all of them are good. Let's do one more just to end on a good one. Shoulder down. There's that crevice that I need. Shoulder down. I know a lot of us aren't as small, like to jump around as much as me. But it's important to be able to know how to move it. Just give me a second, team. I need to get a quick sip of water. Looking around. Part of the student. Okay. This is probably going to be the last series that I'm showing, but it's probably going to be the most long-winded thing that I'm going to show. Okay, so remember I was talking about that space between the armpit and the hip. Okay, I want to show how to just get rid of that space, period. Right? It takes a little while, like a lot of people from this top position from half like to stay on their knees, right? But I'm a big fan, whether keeping my arm on the near side of their face or the far side of the face, both situations have different counters to that.